What's up, guys? TJ O'Connor here. If you're like me, you got shoulder problems. Okay, I've had shoulder problems since I played football, and freshman year of high school, I just got dropped right on my shoulder, tore my AC joint, gone. Never got surgery, couldn't afford it, and so it healed improperly, and I didn't get this information until I got older and I started studying physiology and kinesiology and exercise and all that stuff. So here we go. So we're going to talk about 3 different movements that will help mobilize the shoulder, stabilize the shoulder, strengthen the shoulder and scapula. Okay, so here we go. Here's the very first one. We're going to go ahead and we're going to stretch it and mobilize it a little bit. So the first one we're going to do, there's multiple ones, but today it's about the biceps. Okay, so the biceps long head starts on top of the humerus. What that's going to do is it's going to yank the shoulder over. So it's going to make you have that forward posture, and that's going to cause the humerus to come out of the socket, and that's going to make it so when you do shoulder presses or bench press, even rows, to put you in an improper position. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and get the hands behind us, and we're going to pick the chest up, okay? So we're going to put ourselves right in a position. See how I'm kind of hunched over? This would be improper posture. You've probably seen millions of people like that. We're going to lift the chest up. Yeah, like that. Okay, now push up with the chest and pull yourself forward with your legs. Lift the head up if you need to. And we're just going to mobilize those biceps and try and flex the triceps on the other side. Really get that stretch, okay? Now suck your shoulders back. Lift that chest up. Crazy thing is I'm feeling that all in my shoulders and I'm not really feeling it in my biceps that much. So that just proves how much that shoulder is getting tugged forward because of the biceps. So start with that. That's the first movement, and then we're going to move on to the next one, okay? All right, we're back with the next movement, all right? So now we're going to go overhead, and most of the time we're going to go overhead. That's when people really complain about the shoulder pain. Usually it's right here in the supraspinatus. That's the most injured rotator cuff muscle. What we're going to do is we're going to do a kettlebell press in a vertical position. Okay, now what this allows for is an instant instability of the shoulder. So you want to start with a weight you know you can handle. I usually suggest about 5 or 8 pounds to start off, depending on your strength level. I got a 16-pounder right here. Not necessarily light for me. It's right in that perfect zone, especially if you're going to use it as a warm-up. It's good movement. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it, we're going vertical, and we're pushing straight through our wrist here. So we got a good controlled position with the wrist. Energy goes down to the elbow, and it can be used in the shoulder. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive it straight up. I'm actually going to let my shoulder lift, okay, and then come down under control. Now what I'm looking for here is not to tilt. I don't want to tilt the spine. That's improper. It makes the lat do the work. So we're going to keep the abs tight and drive up, all the way up with the shoulder. You want that stability, no leaning back. We're trying to get the bicep to the ear. Okay? This isn't for strengthening the shoulder. Deltoid muscles. This is actually for the rotator cuff muscles. The stability at the top. If you notice yourself shaking a lot throughout the movement, then you're having problems stabilizing. So now we're going to go right here, stabilize, down, stabilize, down. All right, so that would be your second movement of these 3. That one's going to be start helping strengthening the rotator cuff muscles in the deltoids around the humerus in the vertical position. We're working stabilization and strengthening. We're going to move on to the next one, which is going to involve more of the scapular muscles. All right, guys, last one we're going to do is involving scapular stability and rear delt strength and a little bit of trap stability. So what we're doing here is we're going to take, let's see, these 2 handles. They're connected to a machine. We could do it with a band if we strap a band to a pole. You tense it on the pole, or you choke it over the pole and then you pull it. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull back, okay? Retract the shoulder blades, externally rotate the shoulders. We're going to keep the elbows down, and then we're going to press in a Y position. A Y. We don't want to press vertically. If we press vertically, I promise you, you're gonna hurt your supraspinatus, you're gonna hurt your front delt. So what we wanna do is we wanna press in that Y. And I'm not even gonna go to full extension. I'm gonna go to about 3/4 of an extension, really focusing on keeping your shoulder blades pinned back. This is gonna really help with shoulder stability and strengthening and your ability to keep your scapula in the right position, which would be down and retracted with your chest up throughout all your motions. So you definitely do not want to start with too heavy of a weight, nice and lightweight. So I got 10 pounds on each side. Let's see how it goes. So I'm gonna pull back here. I'm gonna pull down. I'm gonna externally rotate. I'm gonna drive out to a Y. Then I'm back. So as you can see, my chest stays up the whole time. Out to a Y, right there, okay? Extend all the way, pull the shoulder blades back, externally rotate, into a Y. Now if you do that for somewhere between 2 to 3 sets, 10 to 15 reps, depending on how light you go, you really understand what it's like to maintain scapula staying retracted in the right position under dynamic tension, okay? I tell you what, I'm getting a sweat going like crazy just from that movement. Add any one of those 3 to any upper body workouts and your shoulders are gonna feel better and perform better because of it. But if you wanna do them all 3 as part of like a physical therapy type style workout, that would work well too. TJ O'Connor, find me at TJ O'Connor on Instagram, and you can find me at TJ O'Connor on YouTube as well. Whatever one you're watching this on, I hope you like it. You know, hit me up if you want training. Obviously follow along, and I'll be putting more videos out like this, okay? Have a great one, guys.